Rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Ahlan wa sahlan. Marhaban. Welcome to my live stream, or today's live stream, guys. Hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. Let me know if the hiccups. Let me know if the stream is working, if you guys can hear, if you guys can see. Yeah, hopefully it should work. Let me just have a little check. Oof. Bit of a hiccup there. Yeah, so we're working. It's on 1080p. So that means excellent. Should be very good. Need to get rid of these hiccups. Today's a bit of pink tea. Today, nice pinky color. What do you guys think? You guys like that color? Is it nice? All right. So, ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome, marhaban, to this live stream. And as you guys know, actually, I can actually do this, which in the background, because this background is for the Surah Rahman, which is going to be on Sunday. Sunday, yeah. Right, let's just put some. I can put that in. I can put this in. This looks good. Right, so. Ahlan wa sahlan. Amjad Ilahi wa alaikum assalam. Hope as well, inshallah. Sent you an email, but didn't get a reply. Oh, I'm gonna have to check my emails. Where did you send it to? Which email was it? The Sofa one? Okay, I'll have a check on the weekend, inshallah. Idris wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Ahlan wa sahlan. How's your day been so far? Alhamdulillah, excellent. Very nice. Had a nice Jummah. And I went visited my parents, checked them out, and had a bit to eat as well. I'm coffee type, but I drink tea too. Excellent. You like tea, yeah? Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. I really enjoyed watching your bike vlog. You like that, yeah? Yeah, I'm gonna, inshallah. Basically, what happened last time was I didn't have the right holder for the stand, so for the bike. But hopefully, I've ordered bikes that should be coming in today or maybe tomorrow. Once I get that, inshallah, fit it on, then I'll be able to record the entire journey, because I think I only recorded about 45 minutes of it. I think so, yeah. And the whole journey was obviously about 2 hours journey. So inshallah, I'm going to do that. Plus the I'm going to try to kind of see what I can do with it as well. Bit of like editing, see how I can make the different sort of like a bit more entertaining. And I'm going to upload it onto I've got another YouTube channel, right? And I'll put that up, inshallah. I'll put the link up when I upload it, and then inshallah you can watch it there. So I'm going to try to separate my personal sort of video that I do from Roots of Knowledge. Right, so Idris, do you cycle as well? Are you a cyclist? 5 rule how cycling, mate cycling is very good, really nice. I've only been like so far once a week I go. Some of the guys I cycle with, they like cycle like Maji, if you're listening. These guys like cycle sometimes 2 or 3 times a week. And if you got the time for that, then mashallah, excellent. But if you don't have the time for that, then it's plus it's quite tiring as well. Yeah, definitely. So a tiring experience having that background don't look that nice, man. I need to make it a bit more funky. Yeah, that looks a bit more funkier. All right, so ahlan wa sahlan everyone again. My name is Liaquat Zaman. If you guys are not familiar, check out the videos that I make on my YouTube channel. Wa alaikum assalam, Masir Ali. As you guys know, I've got hiccups. Yeah, I've got some hiccups. Salam. Who was Sheikh Al-Sabuni? Okay, so there was a sheikh that passed away who is probably known to many of you guys, and for many of you guys, you probably don't know him. He was a Syrian scholar and he was a Hanafi who wrote many books, including tafsirs and certain topics on Aqidah and certain topics on fiqh as well. Um, and he was very widely known in the community. And I think he spent time. I think he spent time in Saudi. I'm not sure whether he taught there or not. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure about his whole life, but he was very well grounded in like tafsir and these sciences. So I actually, when I was studying in madrasa, I actually studied. I studied his tafsir. I studied most of his tafsir. You can say, yeah, most of his tafsir I studied. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, and it was very very it was very very uh, eye opening for me because that was the first time I was able to read Arabic, and so I came across aqwal and mufassirin, and he makes it very nice and easy to understand, which is I think it would be a really good book to for someone who's learning Arabic to study. So yeah, so he was a very 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 good scholar. Idris Shah, I am passionate about cycling. Yeah, passionate about cycling, bro. That's it. That makes me happy, bro. Hanan is saying, "Are you okay, Mufti? Your hiccup is crazy." Yeah, hiccups going crazy. You see that? Just kind of like tried to shock me there. So the tricks. These are some of the tricks that I've learned of, trying to get rid of hiccups. So one is breathe in, hold your breath, and then breathe out slowly. That should get rid of it. If that doesn't work, another tip is what you do is you block your nose, you put a straw inside of water, and then you blow out. That was another one. Another one is just keep drinking water. I don't know what's your solution, guys. Pani pio. Yeah, I need to drink some pani, man. I need to drink some nice pani. I got my pink tea. Wa alaikum assalam. Terate, ahlan wa sahlan, ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome. How's things in Malaysia? How's the lockdown going? Any ease in the lockdown with you guys? A young Muslim boy was killed too, and unfortunately, may Allah, Ameen. Yeah, sad. I heard about that situation. Very sad. Yeah, very sad. May Allah grant him Jannah. Ameen. Gulp Pani, wa alaikum assalam. MashaAllah. Yeah, the moment. Actually, you know what? I got some pani over here. Actually, no, it's not enough. So my hiccups until they go away, guys. Ahlan wa sahlan. MashaAllah, Hassan. Ahlan wa sahlan. Nice new nasheeds coming out. I like them. MashaAllah, alhamdulillah. When's that? I saw that new one that you put a little trailer up of. MashaAllah, that was that looked quite good. When is the full video coming out? Abdullah Al, ahlan wa sahlan wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. As you can tell, guys, hiccups. I got some non-disappearing hiccups. Yeah, so today is Jummah. As you guys know, in Jummah, we have a live stream after Jummah. We sit down, we talk to each other, we see what's happening, what's the latest. And if you guys have seen, I've actually put up a cycling video. So let me know if you guys like that cycling video and you would like to see more things. And what else would you like to see as well in my cycling videos? It's difficult for me to be able to speak a lot on my cycling videos because, like, when you're cycling, you're obviously breathing a lot. And so trying to speak and trying to breathe at the same time sometimes can become very difficult. But what I'll try to do is I'll try to speak so that I keep you guys entertained as well, as much as possible. I'm unsure whether to do on Shab-e Barat. Uh, yeah, there's nothing really much to do. It's just the 15th of the 15th of Sha'ban, which is going to be in about 2 weeks' time, I think, is basically a night where there are some hadith about this night, and there was some practice of the early scholars that they would worship Allah on this night. You know, take out some time, but there's no specific sort of like thing that's from authentic narrations about what should be done. So there are like some narrations that mention about praying on this night, but nothing specific to be done. Your spelling, don't worry, bro. My spelling is worse. Alhamdulillah, things are getting better, Ustad. Our government is slowly removing the lockdown. Alhamdulillah, excellent to hear. I know that someone have to rate which person is thinking on you, and if you stop, it was that person. Is that how to get rid of hiccups? SubhanAllah, my granddad had this strange condition towards the end of his life when he'd get hiccups out of the blue and they just last for days, 24 hours, and wouldn't even stop for a second. Whoa. Yeah, I actually heard about someone that had this condition and he had a constant hiccup. And then eventually, I think he tried all sorts of treatments around the world for many, I think it was many months or many years. Eventually, he found this treatment in Japan. And they actually found in his brain he had a tumor in his brain, and that was causing hiccups. And they got that removed, and hiccups went. I really like those Arabic conversation videos. They're very helpful. Ahlan wa sahlan. Ahlan. Which ones? The Ana Kitab one. Is that the Ana Kitab? I was supposed to make one this week, but I've just been so busy this week. Make another Draw My Life video. Oh yeah, I can make one of those, innit? Yeah, Draw My Life ones are good. Okay, I think I need to get some bigger paper and buy some larger, maybe A3 paper, and then I'll probably make one. There was no treatment for it. It made me realize how ungrateful we are to Allah Ta'ala, subhanallah. Definitely, I mean, you don't even realize how hiccups start and how to actually stop them. I mean, I'm unsure whether to release the full video on Shab Barat. Sorry. Oh, right. Yeah, actually, that would be good. Yeah, maybe build up the momentum for it. Wa alaikum assalam, Luqman. Ahlan wa sahlan. Ahlan wa sahlan. Ahlan wa sahlan. Ana Kitab is legendary. Go drink some water. Yeah, I got some. I'm sure this is a substitute of water. The ones where you are speaking, conversing with yourself. Yeah, those ones. Yeah, the Ana Kitab. That's the one. That's the one. I got to think about how to do this. I'm trying to come up with some new sketches, but it's probably the teacher who you torture the most. He's probably laughing now. Yeah, actually, one of my teachers who's passed away, his brother passed away this week. So his brother, in fact, so my teacher used to live in Pakistan, and his brother, strangely enough, like moved to Birmingham. Yeah, and he passed away, unfortunately. Allah grant him Jannah. So subhanallah. So the qalam is on the kitab. Oh yeah, the early ones that I made. Yeah, those were quite informative ones. So yeah, so hopefully, inshallah, I'll try to make some more of those. My timing. That's the thing. So because the videos that I make, they're like, some of the videos take me a long time to make. Like, to be honest, they do take me a long time. Some of the videos, I mean, the shortest videos that I probably make are probably, the writing when I write on the those Arabic Kamal Fluti, the advanced Arabic series. That's probably the shortest videos that I make, and the Ana Kitab, those shortest. Usually, I say not all the time. Usually, and then other videos can be like normally an hour long, 2 hours long. Takes for me to prepare it or edit it, sort it all out. So if I could have some, so I could have some of those. Was that the Pakhtun whose son leads Tarawih Jama'ah? I'm not sure if his son leads, but yeah, he was from Yeah, he was from which part of Pakistan was he from? He was from Shinka. He's from Shinka. Yeah, Shinka. Actually, you might know him. What videos are the hardest and easiest for you to make? Yeah, so the hardest videos to make are probably, remember those videos I used to make before, those Quran words in depth Quran. Those were the ones that used to take a long time. They take ages to make. They literally take me about 5 to 6 hours to make, like one of those. And um, then probably the easiest to make, yeah, is probably I'd say the ones where I just do my Ana Kitab and the Arabic conversation ones. Those ones. Yeah. So it all depends. It depends on the theme as well, the topic, and how much I'm willing to put into it, effort to put into. Sometimes I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Shall I just make this video like a 1080p video? So if you have a 4K video, 4K videos actually take a longer time to render because of the nature of the size of the video. So these kind of videos can take a very long time. As for 1080p videos, they can be done like half the time usually. And then yeah, but since I've got the M1 chip, Apple iMac M1 chip, it's very fast now. Very fast, I must say, alhamdulillah. Okay, same person, yeah, subhanallah. MashaAllah, Mahbub Hussein, ahla wa sahlan, MashaAllah, MashaAllah. As you guys can tell, hiccups are not going away. Yeah. May Allah grant reward for great himself for. Ameen, Jazakumullah khair. There are so many people who are message tell that they have passed their Alimi exam just because of your videos. Now, I don't know whether to say MashaAllah or to say, well, those madrasas need to sort themselves out. Yeah. So, I mean, initially when I did make those videos, it was kind of for that sort of purpose because I wanted those people who are studying in madrasas and teachers as well to be able to benefit in learning maybe how to explain certain things or easier methods of trying to explain a kitab, because a lot of madrasas, I mean, I know a lot of it is very sort of verbal. The teaching is very oral teaching, right? Very oral explanations, and there's hardly any sort of using of the board to even explain fiqh and to explain these topics. And I use the board a lot, and I really want students to understand, like I understand the text. I want to try to break it down for them to understand it easier. So, alhamdulillah. Rahmatullah Zia, assalamu alaikum. Question basically is Hanafi scholars follow Ash'ari Maturidi school of thought in Aqidah. Some say Ash'ari Maturidi is not Ahlul Sunnah. Explain. No, they are. Hanafis don't all follow Ash'ari Maturidi. Like Hanafi has got nothing to do with Aqidah. As many Hanafis were Mu'tazili in the earliest. Mu'tazilis. Many Hanafis, you can probably even say, are Atharis as well. So it's all down to do with depending on what sort of like approach. So all these approaches are Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah. Maturidis Ahlul Sunnah, Ash'aris Ahlul Sunnah, Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah. Loyal follower, Ahlan wa Sahlan. Wa alaikum assalam. How do you remain consistent uploading videos? Do you experience? Yeah, I do get a lot of burnout. Yeah, definitely. I think if I was to be honest with you guys, I see what I do is because of patrons. I've got patrons. They motivate me a lot because when patrons are supporting the channel, I feel as though I have to make videos, right? So I feel an obligation that I have to make videos, and I think that's a good thing. And that's what many people just need, motivation to do anything. I'm sure there's lots of things you guys can do, and the only thing that you guys probably lack is motivation. If you had the motivation, you guys could do so many things in life. And the same thing goes with me cycling as well. Sometimes I think to myself, shall I go cycling? Shall I not go cycling? But when I hear the brothers are ready to go cycling, that's it. The iman boost. I get the iman boost inside, and I get the the jazba inside. The ghairat comes inside and says, how can you not go cycling when these guys are going cycling? So let's get on back. So same with this. So how do I stay consistent? So number one is the patrons, right? The support that they show me. It makes it much more easier for me to be able to make videos because I know I can buy software, I can buy equipment that I need that makes my job extremely easy. The other is also planning as well. So you have to have a plan. You have to have a plan and stick to it. Yeah, stick to it like a fly sticks to mitai. Yeah, I'm trying not to use any bad words. So my hiccup, guys. Apologize. Yeah, so that's what you have to do. If you want to do anything in life, you're gonna like. I think maybe I should make a video on this on like maybe productivity. A lot of people doing productivity. Ali Abdal does productivity. I think I'm going to go into that. So basically, what happens is anything you want to start initially, you have lots of zeal to start it. The problem is if you can't see ahead what roughly is going to happen, you get burnt out quickly, right? And you have the fizzy kind of effect. So the fizzy pump effect is, you've opened the fizzy pop, all the fizz comes out, and then everything dies. And a lot of people, when they start things, they start it with a lot of zeal, goes on, and then they realize they can't continue it because either it takes too much time or because they lost interest in doing it or whatever. It happens in everything. It happens in friendships. It happens in studies, marriage. It happens in making videos. It happens in just cycling. It can happen in all sorts of things. So what you have to do to overcome this, what you got to do is you got to make yourself goals. All right. So you set yourself goals and then you work towards those goals and make it realistic goals. And you do that with anything, inshallah, you're going to see there's going to be like loads of productivity in that. I would say definitely 100%, loads of productivity. And a lot of times, what happens to me is I sometimes so every day I've got I know what video I'm going to make. And so sometimes I kind of think to myself, you know what, should I just skip today? Should I? But then I think to myself, look, end of the day, this is the third point. End of the day, I've only got a limited amount of time in my life to be able to make videos. And so why not just knock out as many videos as I can, right? And that way, you guys, because there's many people who are waiting for me to make a certain video. They're waiting for that day. They want to watch that particular, release of that video. And so this is the thing that I have to think in my mind as well. Right? I'm going to die one day. I'm going to leave this world. And one thing I'm going to be sorry about is why didn't I make these videos? Why didn't I make more of these videos? So yeah, that's the main sort of thing. Do you hear about the epic masjid in America? I've seen the name somewhere. Is that the one? That's the one Dr. Yasser Qadi has. Is he the one that works there? Khalid G, wa alaikum assalam, ahlan wa sahlan. Sheikh everyone, I pray that you are family well. Alhamdulillah, Khalid G from the States, man. What's going on? Now, you guys always say y'all, isn't it? Y'all. What's this y'all by? Y'all. You all. Is it short for you all? Y'all. Y'all. Every time you see like on Twitter or something, someone types Y apostrophe A double L, y'all. Yeah, it's great and big and they make it attractive for youth. Well, mashallah, mashallah. Excellent. Sounds really good. Excellent. Maybe we need some more of those types of masjids. Omar, do you sometimes find that we are too grammar self-focused without practicing living the language? Yes, I think so. See, living the language, speaking the language isn't going to benefit you much academically. Remember that. Because academically, the amount you can actually learn from speaking is very limited. The amount you can learn from really studying, opening the books, you can learn much more. Yeah, 5, 10, 15 times more than what you would learn just by speaking. But I would say you need a balance of the two. And I think the other thing is students need to know how much grammar they need. Yeah. So grammar is important, definitely. But if you don't know what's the threshold for grammar after which you can start reading books, you're just going to spend too much time in just learning grammar, which you're not going to need later on. So what I would suggest is every time you learn, get a book for yourself and start reading an Arabic book. Try your best. And that way you can, fast track yourself into benefiting from Arabic books. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Ahlan wa sahlan. MashaAllah. Mullah deserves a post on the screen, his message on the screen. How are you, Amullah? How's things? Have you finished work or are you still at work? Motivation is really needed. I waste too much time. Yeah, that happens to everyone. I mean, I waste time in certain things as well. I think the more you start to like break down your time into smaller components or compartments, compartmentalize your time, the more you begin to value like smaller times. If a person doesn't compartmentalize their time, imagine like there's a person who never thinks about like what do I need to do on Sunday before Asr? What do I need to do? If you never think about that, you're not really gonna value the time before Asr. You probably do something and a one-off thing you might do. You might go out for a walk, or you might just watch something on TV, or you might just text someone, or you might just read a book or something. But if the more you become more sort of like scrupulous with your with your time, you become more sort of like sniper with your time. You begin to appreciate the time more. So even the smallest things, you think, oh, I wasted these 10 minutes. Oh no, I wasted these 10 minutes. I could have been, writing this, or I could have been making a video here. That's what sometimes happens to me. So I don't know. Do you guys experience that as well? Let me know in the comments if you guys experience that. Like mosquitoes stick on you. Yeah, no, that's nightmares there. I remember in Pakistan, the mosquitoes. That was like thing that messed up your night. Lala Chaudhry, may Allah reward you, Ustad. You keep videos, keep me in check. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah khair. Jazakallah khair. Jazakallah khair for that, Lala. Rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum. Basically, Urdu background. I want to improve my English. How can I proceed from intermediate level? I haven't learnt English because I was born and brought up in the UK, and I basically just picked it up as I went along. What I would suggest is, if you want to learn any language, you need to listen a lot. Try to listen as much as you can. Spend every day listening to at least 1 hour of English. And number 2 is try to write English. So write. And number 3 is do some reading. So read newspapers. Maybe spend like every day 15 minutes reading a newspaper or magazine or a book, and then do some writing. And inshallah, after 1 month, you tell me how your English improves. You got to do it every day though. That's the shart. Good advice, Mufti. Barakallah feek. Ahlan wa sahlan. People tend to have that with Ramadan. Goals are too high and then they're only reachable. Excellent. I like this one. I like this message. Yeah, definitely. Definite. I think. Okay, in your comments, put in your comments what are your practical goals for Ramadan. So for Ramadan, like choose 5 things that you want to achieve at the end of Ramadan. It's 5 things. Practical things, yeah? Not like super duper things you want to, I don't know, fly to the moon or something, or you want to memorize the whole Quran in Ramadan, right? Practical things, come on. Put in the comments 5 practical things, and it has to be 5, okay? You got to think of 5 practical things that you will want to achieve by the end of Ramadan. So end of Ramadan, soon as Ramadan finishes, what are the 5 practical things that you want to gain that you didn't have before? Yeah, don't say like I want to get I want to get COVID. No, that's not something you get. So tell me 5 things, inshallah. You tell me 5 things, and near the end, inshallah, I will tell you my 5 things I want to get. Yeah, by the end of Ramadan. But it has to be 5, okay? You have to say 5 things, remember. You got to list 5 things. Yeah, it is. Y'all is only for Southerners. Oh, right. You don't say other places, yeah? Y'all. Love the accent. You can say y'all, but we say yeah. Yeah. NYC, that's the way English 101. You know what I want to ride in? I want to ride in those yellow taxis of yours, in New York. Those yellow taxis. I want to see what the ride is like in there when the driver starts, shouting at the traffic and starts doing all these kind of funny things. I want to check that out. Is that true? Is that what happens? Or are your taxi drivers the same as all our taxi drivers as well? Okay. Alhamdulillah. I'm well. Still at work, all alone in the office. Allah. Everyone else gone for Jummah. Do you make schedules and follow each day? Yeah. So yeah, I don't. I can't make it every day. I mean, every day. I'm not too. I'm not too strict on myself for that. I need to be stricter, I think. But yeah, I try to make every day. I try to make a timetable. Some timetables I've automatically like memorized in my head. Roughly, I know what I'm going to do because my routines and patterns are quite predictable to me. But yeah, certain things. If I have a new task to do, I'll have a list. So I've got like this app. If you guys use this app or not, it's basically called To Do app, Microsoft To Do. Yeah. So this is like my yeah. This is Microsoft To Do. So basically, this is the app, and then what you do is you click on your day, and this comes up. Yeah, this is not a mosque. I thought it was a mosque the first time I saw it. I think it's some famous building somewhere in Canada or America. I don't know. And then basically you just put in like what you need to do. So you have a whole list, and then so let me see if I've got uh yeah. So here's one, for example. This is like some of the past things. Yeah, these are like some of the past things. So you have these kind of things, and it marks them off. The benefit of this is, see, the benefit of this is basically when you've done something and you completed it, you basically have with you like you basically have this achievement. You feel a sense of achievement that I've done this, I've done, and that is very important to productivity. You need to show yourself what you've done, and you need to reward yourself. A lot of people don't do that. Too much ikhlas, yeah, between them and themselves. So yeah, you need to reward yourself. Make sure that let's say for example, every day write down every day write down, let's say, a handful of things that you need to do. It could be basic things. It could be things like, oh, I need to pray Zohar in the mosque today. I need to read Quran today. I need to do this. I need to do that. So once you have these things like marked off, and then every time you do it, you take it. That gives you a sense of achievement, and I find that very, very important. Yeah, definitely, extremely important. Okay, let's see. So Hanan saying, reading the Holy Quran completely is my goal. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, excellent. I like that goal. It's a good goal, that. Okay, so TF saying Sunnah prayers, tafsir study on last juz, read Surah book regularly. Very good. So what do you want to end? At the end of it, what do you want? I don't want to hear what you want to do. I want to hear what the end goal is. Because sometimes if you make yourself, the reason I'm saying this is because, you see, if you make yourself a schedule, but you don't know what your end goal is, you lose your motivation in that schedule. You need to know what's your 5 end goals at the end of Ramadan. Okay, I want to do more sunnah prayers, use different surahs in my salah, tafsir on last juz, read zero regularly, learn adhkar off by heart. Excellent. So that's a good one. Learn adhkar. So that's something you want to achieve. Read seerah book. All right. You want to complete a seerah book. Excellent. Tafsir, you want to finish the tafsir, the last 10 juz. Excellent. These are good points. These are. Okay, Masir, let's see what you're saying. Finish an ilm playlist like a book. Number 2, finish Quran. Excellent. 5 times. 5 times, mashallah. Is brilliant. Eat many samosas. You'll get that, don't worry. Without du'as, you'll get that. Number 4, read an Islamic book. And number 5, make lots of dua. Sounds excellent. I think that's very good. Some people of their nature are predisposed to do certain acts. For instance, someone who is very kind-hearted and so finds it easy with others and help them. Yeah, excellent. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Muhammad, ahlan wa sahlan. I hope you're well. Very well, thank you very much. Jazakallah khair, jazakallah khair. Ahlan wa sahlan. How's your Jummah been today? What's the latest? Okay, Hanan is saying, well, actually, my goal is reading Quran, seeking more knowledge, working on my behavior, asking for forgiveness, to become a better person at the end of Ramadan. Inshallah, may Allah make it easy. Sounds like a good list. And reciting the full Quran, keep diet in check to gain weight. To gain weight. Whoa. Number 3, work out daily. Excellent. Number 4, attend the masjid for Salat. Majority of them. And 5, memorization of Surah Yasin. MashaAllah. Sounds good. May Allah make it easy. Okay, so this is from before. Would they still be rewarded for it? Definitely, yeah. So would people be rewarded for being kind-hearted? Definitely. Definitely. That is actually something which is an excellent thing. Something they find hard. And they would be rewarded more to obviously do something which they find hard. Definitely. That's like a rule across the board when it comes to these kind of things. Yeah, a rule across the board. So generally, I mean, if a person, let's say some people are very generous, right? This is naturally very generous. They like being generous. They have guests in their house and they love, giving them, entertainment and food and all that. But some people find it very difficult. But these same people might find praying nafal difficult, and they might find fasting difficult. So usually there is more reward in those things that you find quite difficult. If someone has a joint bank account and they're unsure how much of that money is theirs, can they to determine how much zakat? So they can just do 50-50. I would suggest that they do 50-50 and consider it to be a 50-50 share if they genuinely don't know. Assalamu alaikum, ahlan wa sahlan, Yasin. If a miscarriage occurs prior to 4 months of pregnancy, but doctors say life was registered due to heartbeat prior to this, should the saqt be prayed over? No. So the life is considered when the child comes out. So if the child is born, and if the child's born and the doctor said that they had a heartbeat and they had some sort of like sign of life, because I think heartbeat is not enough. They could be brain dead, right? So then they wouldn't be considered alive. So it all depends, and that's why the Hanafis use the term as istahalla, to make the crying sound, and then that crying sound indicates that they were alive. But I would suggest if the doctors consider that to be living, if they consider it to be living, then you can treat it as living. Yeah, that would be possible. Zaidan, what's your thoughts on Labe? Very good. I think it's a very good book for studying. Definitely. I mean, these kind of books, the thing is, look, my position on studying Arabic grammar books is, why do you want to study them? That's the question. Do you want to study Arabic grammar books because you want to become an expert in Arabic grammar? That's excellent. Then spend 10 years, 20 years studying Arabic grammar books. That's fine. If you don't want to become an expert in Arabic grammar, you just want to know the rules of Arabic grammar, application of Arabic grammar, then just study a few books in Arabic grammar, maybe 3, 4, or maximum 5, and then leave them and start something else. Start reading, start studying other sciences. Otherwise, what tends to happen is just people, they just go crazy with collecting all these Arabic grammar books and going wild. So treasure hunts, Arabic grammar, treasure hunts. So, I would suggest study Arabic grammar, but don't make Arabic grammar your purpose in life. If your purpose is to be able to read fiqh books and tafsir books and all that. But yeah, Mughni Labib is very good. Yeah, so Mughni Labib is very good. Then after that, I would suggest studying something like Ma'ani al-Nahu by Sheikh Fadl Samurai. Very good. I heard Sheikh Ali Sabuni passed away. Ameen. Yes, very sad news. Passing away of a scholar is always something which is... But I always say this, guys. Look. Ooh, sorry about that, guys. That was a bit of a surprise, large hiccup there. I will always say this. Whenever scholars pass away, I personally always get motivated, because I think to myself, these people are gone. Who is going to take their place? We need to up our game. We need to learn more. We need to refine our approach. We need to be able to pass on the information, the knowledge, the tradition to the future generations, because these scholars are gone now. I think that's the most important thing that we can learn from the passing away of scholars. Definitely, 100%. Ya Allah. Allahu Akbar wa lillahi alhamd. Okay. Take 17 with the intention of reading an Arabic text with better understanding and be able to converse in Arabic for 10 minutes. Excellent intention. That is definitely, may Allah make it easy for you. And anyone else who wants to do Quranic Arabic 17 lessons, this is a course that I've designed, and it's online. It's you do in your own pace, your own time. More details over there. Shifa wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Can a person recite the surah of Quran intervals? Yes, definitely. Yeah, you can break it down. You can read one ayah at a time over many days, or you can read it all in one go. Zaidan wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Revise Quran daily. Excellent. Okay, Luqman. Complete making topic-wise bookmarks to the Aqidah audio durus. Very good. Review the bookmark sections. Apply what I learned in task in my Quran recitation. MashaAllah. Very good. I like that one. Repeat the Quran recitation until I have revised what I memorized thoroughly. You've thought about this one. Excellent. I want to study so far. I really like your teaching style, but I'm from Germany, so it's a bit difficult. Khair, inshallah. They do have an online option, so far it is. So yeah, but inshallah, Abdullah, one day, inshallah, one day. How do you pay zakat on something that you're paying for on a monthly basis? I owe so much money, but sofas in my possession. So basically, if you owe like a company money in installments, what you can do is the amount of installments that you owe in the year, you can deduct that. So let's say my zakat anniversary is today, Friday the 19th of March. So from now all the way till next year, 12 months, I can figure out how much I owe them, and they're going to deduct from me, and I can consider that to be a liability. So I deduct it from my assets, and I give zakat on the rest. So the same goes for any other sort of like installment payments that are sort of due on you. Abdullah, which 5 ground books would you recommend? There's lots of ground books out there. It depends actually what you want to go into. Like, okay, let me try to explain to you about Arabic grammar, yeah? So Arabic grammar books have been written by different scholars over the history. Them writing the Arabic grammar books was for various reasons. One was obviously to preserve the tradition of Arabic grammar, yeah, to preserve this science. And secondly was to develop it more. So imagine like a tree. So a tree, you take up the roots of the tree, and then you go through the trunk of the tree and then the branches, yeah? So what tends to happen is all Arabic grammar books, they preserve the main Arabic grammar which is shared across them. But then they might have differences in maybe certain applications of Arabic grammar, or maybe they might delve into certain areas other Arabic grammar books don't delve into. So if you want to become if you want to survey Arabic grammar, if you want to become familiar with the whole science of Arabic grammar to a very advanced level, like you want to become like an expert, just like a doctor wants to become an expert in the respiratory system, or a doctor wants to become an expert in the kidney, or a doctor wants to be an expert in, let's say, things that are to do with the brain. So he's going to focus more on that. So you spend more time. But if you don't want to become an expert in Arabic grammar, you just want to learn Arabic grammar because you want to be able to read tafsir books and know any Arabic discussion that they're having, then you don't need to study Arabic grammar too much. Then you just study the basics. So the 5 Arabic grammar books that I would say is number 1 is basic Arabic grammar book. Like, I personally think non-Arabs should not start off with an Arabic grammar book. A non-Arab should not start. And that's why I designed the Quranic Arabic 17 lessons. Yeah, was because I I wanted the people who are non-Arabs to be able to understand application of Arabic grammar, understand what Arabic grammar is about in their own language and application of it. Then after you've done this, I would say, after you learned about Arabic grammar in your own language, right? So if you want to do the Quranic Arabic 17 lessons, that's fine as well. Or if you want to do it in some other book that's in your language, that's fine. Then after that, I would suggest studying a text like, for example, Hidayat al-Nahu, or maybe something like Ajurumiyya. Yeah, something of that level. Hidayat al-Nahu is a bit more advanced than Ajurumiyya. Then maybe studying something like Qatrun Nada, Sharh Qatrun Nada. Then maybe something like you want to go on to, maybe if you want to do Qatrun Nada, Mughni Labib, and then you want to do something like Ma'ani al-Nahu. You don't need to go that far. 5, I wouldn't say you need to go to 5. Assalamu alaikum, mashallah, Muhammad. Prayer timings change. No, same times. We started at 3:15. Same times. Sheikh, is it possible for you to create a playlist which will consist of cuts and bits of the Q&A videos? Sometimes I would like to go back specific questions. See, I literally do not have the time for that. I mean, if someone could, take out the time and go through my videos and make a timestamps for all the what's it, that would be excellent. If someone could do that, but unfortunately, I literally do not have the time to go through my a 2-hour video. To take out 2 hours to make a live stream is a task in itself, and then to go over it again is too much for me. So unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to do that. But if someone else could, that would be excellent. Okay, Yasin, how do the ikhtilaf between the madhabs of Nahu, Basri and Kufi affect rest of ulum? They hardly affect it. Yeah, they would hardly affect, unless it's, for example, like you want to go into something like usul fiqh, then you're going to find some ikhtilaf there. Or maybe certain masail in fiqh as well, like in the chapters of Ayman, Nuzur, maybe over there you might find some, or maybe in certain issues of talaq. Otherwise, you won't. Yes, in tafsir, definitely. In tafsir, you will sort of come across various sort of interpretations, meanings that have been taken. Ooh, that was a shocking one there. So yeah, so you have these sort of different ones over there. So if you really want to go into tafsir, you must study. If you want to go deep into tafsir, like the hardcore deep, that kind of stuff, then you need to study very good Arabic. I mean, there's books out there, for example, like Al-Mufassal by Imam Zamakhshari, which is very good. Mufassal is like a like Sharqat al-Nada, but maybe just the matan side of it. And it's got commentaries, very good commentaries. So it's got commentaries like Ibn Ya'ish has got a commentary on there, about 10 volumes. And then Alfiyat ibn Malik, right, that's got commentaries as well. So Alfiyat ibn Malik is actually, like a small version of a book that he wrote. He's got other books as well, which are larger books. So there are other sort of large books that have been written on the commentary of that. But these are not books that normal people won't study because number one, you don't need to study them. Number two, they're really kind of only for those people who really want to engross themselves in Arabic grammar. Can you start a session for usul and kalam? Yeah, probably. Inshallah. I mean, on my uruk.com, I've actually done usul fiqh. I've done a series of usul fiqh course, so you can get that on my. It's called 28 lessons of usul fiqh and the Hanafi madhab. In fact, I've actually got a 4-week course that I'm going to be doing for the Cambridge University Islamic ISOC starting next week on fiqh, usul fiqh, history of fiqh, which is going to be kind of tied into this. So that's something separate. But yeah, I mean, kalam would be good. But the only thing about kalam would be is obviously I'd have to really, really think about how I'm going to present this, because it's very sort of technical. in the sense a lot of people won't be able to understand a lot of the discussions because they require lots of thought in how you're going to present them, especially when it comes to visual representations. But yeah, definitely, that would be a challenge for me, and I enjoyed that kind of challenge. So I would love to make like a whole like begin, intermediate, advanced for Ilm al-Kalam, definitely. Aqidah is very delicate and critical nowadays, so it will be great. Yeah, definitely. After 17 lessons, we should be able to have the tools to understand fiqh or aqidah text while reading with a teacher. After 17 lessons, you need practice. That's what I would say. So, like the bridge between 17 lessons and studying a science, where you need practice in applying the rules, and then inshallah you'll be fine. I mean, I've tried it with people as well. I've got people, like many of my students, to be able to read text right in Arabic. Alhamdulillah, it's all about the we're an hour ahead here. Oh yeah, so maybe that's what's happened. Daylight savings time. I was gonna start next week. Our daylight savings time is gonna change next Sunday. Yeah, our times in the UK, they change the last Sunday of March, and then the last Sunday of October. This is like the the time in which spring, autumn. Two questions. Ahlan wa sahlan. Tafaddal. Are you doing a class next week for Cambridge? Yeah. So it's for the Cambridge ISOC, the Islamic Society, not for Cambridge University. For Cambridge University, they have like an Islamic society of students. So in the I don't know how it's within in the how it's with you guys in the US, but we have ISOCs in universities, and they bring in guest scholars who deliver courses. Wa alaikum assalam, ahla wa sahlan, MP, ahla wa sahlan, wa alaikum assalam. Sheikh, why does Salafis Athari have such a harsh stance on Ash'arism? I think this has been like a historical thing, and it's been sort of it's sort of like aggravated more with like people who have lashed out on the other side, and sometimes it can lead to like violence as well. So Atharis and so Salafis is like a new thing, really. It's a new kind of concept that's come out recently. But Atharis have existed from the past, and Ash'aris, many of them have been living side by side without any problem at all. But I think it's just when people begin to sort of try to impose what they believe onto other people in certain matters, right? Because at the end of the day, everyone is kind of believing in the same ultimate things. It's just certain aspects of sort of interpretation. It's just that sort of like interpretation is the issue. So yeah. How are your parents? Alhamdulillah, they're very good, very good. My dad had gout in his foot. He gets it regularly, gout. So I don't know if you guys get it. It's just swelling of the foot as excessive uric acid, and that causes a lot of pain. So he had that. I think he's got better now. Ayman Ahwasan, the Usul course you just mentioned, Hanafi, is Usul Shashi or other? So I have another one, which is a beginner's one, 28 lessons. It goes through the entire Hanafi Usul. And then I have a second one, which is Usul Shashi. Yeah. So those are the two main ones. When's autumn? Autumn is usually like August, September time. Is it true that people who are more honorable and have a high status in the eyes of Allah will be punished more severely for the sins they commit as compared to? Not necessarily. So I think it's more to do with people who are sort of like closer to Allah in the sense that they know what they're doing is wrong. These people, their punishment is going to be more severe than people who are ignorant in matters. Yeah, so they'll be treated more severe because they know it. Just like in the Quran when Allah talks about the about the Bani Israel, the rabbis of Bani Israel, right? And Allah mentions severe punishments about them more than the layman. Yeah. So as for people who are more honorable, like, it depends. It all depends. Like, let's say, for example, there's a leader. A leader is going to be punished more than the layperson in certain matters, because that leader was in a position which he abused. Right? He might have abused, or he might have, usurped someone's rights, or he influenced people in the wrong way. And likewise, people who are celebrity figures and that kind of. Yeah, so it all depends. So the measure of how Allah is going to punish people or reward people, we don't have that measure. We're trying to guess based upon certain texts that have reached us. That's the idea. So, like the Prophet ﷺ mentions that the first three people to go into Jahannam is going to be from the Ummah, from the Muslims, is going to be a rich man, an adim, and a soldier. Those are the three. Those are the three people who are going to enter first. And then the hadith mentions that the rich man's going to be asked, what did you do with the wealth? And he's going to say, I spent it, in your pleasure. No, you didn't. You spent it because you wanted people to say you're a really rich person, and you give so much, show off. So go in Jahannam. And then he say to the scholar, what did you do with the ilm I gave you? And he's going to say, I taught people and I wanted to spread your deen. He goes, no, you liar. You just did it just to show people that you have knowledge. Same with the soldier. That why did you become the martyr, rather, not so martyr? What did you do with that? He goes, I martyred. I gave my life for your sake. He goes, no, you didn't. You gave because you wanted people to think high of you. So this is all dependent on those factors. So that's why it's very multifaceted. May Allah bless your parents. Ameen, ameen. Jazakumullah khair. Jazakumullah khair, Umar. The ayahs where Allah Ta'ala is addressing the wives of the Prophet ﷺ and warns them about this. If so, then isn't this a distinctive to learn disincentive to learn about Islam and become a scholar? No, because because the reward is higher. So it's like, for example, if a person has an opportunity to become a CEO of a company, he is at more risk of being prosecuted by the government for any sort of foul play. So it doesn't mean that don't become a CEO. Rather, become a CEO if you want. But at the same time, the reward is very high as well. So the earnings of the CEO is going to be much higher. So with responsibility comes, what did Spider-Man say? With great power comes great responsibility. Walaikum assalam. Finally coming back to UK on 23rd, mashallah. Alhamdulillah. How can I come in contact with you so I can become your friend? I need a start. I become a shagir like Abu Yusuf. I don't know if you can get free time from me. That is, you can email me, but I mean, I'm just like so busy. Yeah. So unless you're my next door neighbor or something. Are there more than 7 types of people who will enter under the throne? Yes. So according to like multiple different types of hadith, different people are mentioned. And some scholars have listed them to be about over 60 people, 60 types of people, 60 types. Indigestion, no. Hiccups. It's hiccups all the way throughout today, guys. So today is Hiccup Day. International Hiccup Day. So I might be coming to Slough in a few months. MashaAllah. Excellent. Ahlan wa sahlan. Ahlan wa sahlan. Bilal Haq, who are you? I didn't know why my comment is being recorded. Who are you? Saki, ahlan wa sahlan. Wa alaikum assalam. Saki, ahsan, ahlan wa sahlan. I hope you're well. How's things where you are? How's things in Kashmir? Hassan Khan, ahlan wa sahlan. I think that's the main reason why purification of the heart is really important, especially for someone in power. That's a lifelong challenge, though. Definitely. Today I'm drinking pink tea. This is Turkish pink tea. Look at that. The image looks nice as well. Pink tea today. Yeah, so anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna finish it there. Ya Allah. Yeah, so had a nice Jummah today. Gonna have a bit of a rest after this, and then inshallah I'm gonna start my recording. Hopefully do a recording for the Kanz al-Daqaiq, inshallah. Let me know. Let me know if you guys watch the Kanz al-Daqaiq videos. Let's see if you guys what you guys think of them. Experiment. Why you get hiccups? You stole something. Allah, I stole all of your hearts. Allah. Number one. Which Nahu book should I master first? Alfiya ibn Malik or Mughni al-Labib? I think Alfiya. Yeah, go for Alfiya. Mughni al-Labib is easier to understand. So if let me show you. I don't know if you guys have actually seen these books. Have you guys kind of looked at these books, or is it just you guys heard about these books? So let me show you. Yeah, because I can bring it on the screen. Mughni al-Labib. Right, so let me just show you guys how this sort of book works, and then you guys will enjoy it. You're gonna say, yes, now I understand. Okay, why is it not coming up? Okay, I need to take off the chats and try again. Actually, I can have the chat as well, can't I? All right, so if you look at this, then this is Mughni al-Labib. As you can tell, Mughni al-Labib is very, very, nicely explained. Very nicely explained. You go into any topic you want, for example, like okay, you go to any topic. Let's say you want to go. Lots of explanation. Yeah, lots of explanation. All right, so it's very sort of like easy to navigate through, I would say. However, if you look at something like, so look at this stamp. I just want to try to find where is. Okay, so let me show you Alfiya ibn Malik. Alfiya ibn Malik is difficult to be able to understand because it's poetry. So look at this now. So if I go here, that's it. نكرة قابل المؤثرة أو واقع موقع ما قد ذكر وغيره معرفة كهم وذي وهند وابني والغلام والذي. Now, trying to decipher that is very difficult. So Mughni al-Labib is a book that you can read on your own. It wouldn't be a problem reading on your own. But Alfiya ibn Malik, you're going to find it difficult to read on your own unless you've kind of studied. That's why I would say go for Mughni al-Labib first then. MashaAllah, ahla wa sahlan. Do you drink different types of tea every day? Sometimes, yeah. Wa alaikum assalam, MashaAllah, Maji, ahla wa sahlan, welcome. If you have hiccups, then let's check out this tip. Place the tip of your tongue on the palate just behind your incisors, okay? And hold your breath for as long as you can. Works 80% of the time. Okay, let me try this. Okay, let's see if it's disappeared. Let's see if this works. If this works, Abdul Rahman, then you get some extra du'as, bro. Number 2, please give a roadmap for Balagha. So Balagha, I've actually got 2 courses of Balagha on my uruk.com. Yeah. and it's basically I just focus on purely on the Quran and apply all the rules that I can find in Balagha, and I've kind of like I've used I don't know how many, about 30, 40 books to come up with that course. Yeah, actually, I think it works. 80% of the time. I didn't feel a hiccup there. Rahman, I think you've done it with obviously the permission of Allah. So Balagha, check out my uruk.com. In there, I've got 2 Balagha courses, and I've worked like very hard on them. And then after that, you can go on to other things. So it all depends what you want to get yourself into Balagha. Do you want to become like expert, super expert? Then you have to go into books like Mukhtasar al-Ma'ani, and then you want to go into Mutawwal. So these kind of books. Wa alaikum assalam. Umar, ahlan wa sahlan, ahlan wa sahlan. I have a few questions, but I don't think that this is the best platform to ask. Yeah. Okay. It's an old wives' tale, meaning to shock normally works. Oh, right. Actually, hiccups are gone. Abdul Rahman, I think you're 80% job done it, bro. Yeah. Assalamu alaikum. Handstands work. I ain't got time to do handstands, bro. I don't stand on my hands. Hands are not created for standing on. Number 2, share a robust roadmap of mastering Balagha, because I think that's where the main miracle of the Quran lies. Definitely. So what I would suggest is, if you want a robust, first of all, you do my courses, 2 courses. Then after that, you study Miftah al-Ulum, or Talkhis al-Miftah, the section on Balagha, which is by Sakaki. Then after that, you study Mukhtasar al-Ma'ani, you study Mutawwal. Then after that, you can study like application of that in books like the Tafasir, like Kashaf, go through Kashaf, Tafsir Abu Sa'ud. Then you're going to start. Now, that's not going to give you the miracle of the Quran. To get the miracle of the Quran, you need to study Arabic poetry. Classical Arabic poetry is a must. That is more important than actually studying Balagha. Trust me on that. So the main thing, if you want to grasp the miracle of the Quran, you need to, a linguistic miracle, you need to study classical Arabic poetry, and you need to study like somewhere between 3,000 to 5,000 couplets. Have you heard of Anki? Yes, it's a flashcard software where you enter questions. Once you have done that, play yourself, and then you can ask. Yeah, before I used to encourage my students to use that one, and they actually made some playlists, some card lists for that. I just mentioned handstands, and it worked. That's true, When you come to Chicago, Sharif, you're also gonna be on the Buried Treasures podcast. Inshallah. I had memorized Ajurumiyya and Nahumir, and found for me Nahumir was better, and as I felt Ajurumiyya was written for people who knew Arabic. Yeah, exactly. That's a very good point. And that's what I found with a lot of people as well. They studying these Arabic books, but they're not designed for them. Medina books before that, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, Rais, ahlan wa sahlan. How are you? Well, mashallah, the background with 1080p looking so professional. That's the way, bro. That's how we got to do for you guys. Got to keep it all professional. Yeah, with all my books in the background makes me look like I have lots of knowledge. Maji, see, automatically people think I got lots of knowledge just because of the books in the background. It's like the doctors wear the white coat and you automatically think they know what they're talking about. Do you have a system on Uruk, or do every course has separate? Every course has separate, but if you do multiple courses, then you do get a discount. Yeah. Should I do Qasas and Nabiyyin before going into Arabic poetry? Yeah. If you haven't, can you pick up Arabic book, a kid's Arabic book, and read it and understand it? If you can't do that, don't go into Arabic poetry. Trust me, do not go into Arabic poetry. Before you go to Arabic poetry, make sure you can read Arabic magazines, Arabic newspapers, like that. Make sure you can do that. then go into Arabic poetry. That's the kind of mashallah, it's worked, I'm surprised. I was kind of like doubtful, but you know what, mashallah, Abdul Rahman did well. Ameen, may Allah give you beneficial knowledge, and may Allah protect you from all fitnas and tribulations and jahalat. Ameen, and all of us as well. Ameen. Safura and Yahya giving salams. Assalamu alaikum, Safura. How are you? Are you good? And Yahya, hello, Safura. How are you? Are you okay? I'm your friend. I want to go to Chaiwala. Next time you go Chaiwala, I want to eat ice cream as well. Yeah, not today though. Okay, not today. Another day. I want to go. Yeah. Okay. So, Safura, did you hear what he said? Yeah. And Yahya as well. So Yahya, you as well. Yeah. We're gonna all go to Chaiwala. Memorizing Nahu Mir made studying Hidayah Nahu. Well, yeah, definitely. I can imagine that. I can imagine that being definite. Yeah. Sheikh, your view on Zamakhshari and his book Asasul Balagha, very good. I mean, Asasul Balagha is basically he just kind of goes into words and he shows like the haqiqi meaning of words, majaz meaning of words. So yeah, definitely Asasul Balagha is very good. I mean, better than that, I think it's his Kashaf, which is very, very good. That's his, that's his, you can say, book which you will definitely sort of need to study Balagha to be able to appreciate the points that he raises. Current studying Husami, it's very common, needs to use Nami to understand. Yeah, I mean, you see, I think before you study Husami, make sure you study Nur al-Anwar properly. If you study Nur al-Anwar properly, Husami is very easy to understand. And a good commentary for Husami is actually one written by Al-Farfur, Salih Al-Farfur. Yeah, it's I think 2 volumes. It's in Arabic. It's called something Al-Mudhahab, something Mudhahab, I don't know. I can't remember the full name of it, but it's a famous Sharh of Husami. You can Google, you'll find it. By Farfur. Just write down Sharh of Husami by Farfur in Arabic. That's a very good one. I mean, that is the one that I regularly go back to certain points. Like, it's not the most advanced one. There's obviously more advanced books than that, but it's very good to be able to do hal of ibarat of Hosami. Will reading classical Arabic poetry make me more wise and increase my wisdom? I don't know if you'll do that, because not all the poems are filled with wisdom, because some of them are just filled with that rubbish. But they're very good in the sense it'll give you a deeper understanding of the flexibility of the Arabic language. Yeah, definitely. Please, no ideas. Too late, bro. Too late. I got to go on exams coming up. Take care, inshallah, Abdul Rahman. So what you teach is really tough. Goes out my mind. Yeah, some of the subjects. Yeah, some of the subjects are a bit difficult. I understand. Anwar, ahla wa sahlan wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. How are you this Friday? Very good, thank you very much. I will be seeing you later. Ustad, what is the correct dua for qunut and what is the correct place to recite it in the witr salat? So according to the Hanafis, the dua qunut that you recite, there's 2 dua qunuts that you can recite. So, Allahumma inna nasta'inuka wa nastaghfiruka wa nu'minu bika wa natawakkulu alayk, that one. And there's another one, Allahumma hdina fi man hadayt wa afina fi man afayt. Those are 2 that you can read. However, the Hanafis prefer the first one over the second one, even though both are fine to read. And if a person doesn't know that, then any dua that they know, they can read it in there and recount it. And the Hanafis say that it should be recited before the ruku. So before you go into ruku, that's when it's recited. And as for after ruku, that's actually for what they call kunut nazila. It's the same word, same name, kunut, but it's for the one that's done in Fajr. Yeah, and that's done after ruku. Yeah. Husami is basically is a text like Nur Anwar. Nur Anwar has got Matn al-Manar, the text, the Matn al-Manar text. That Matn al-Manar, Husami is like that. Yeah, so if you are studying Nur Anwar, then studying that would be very, very easy for you, because you'll understand what he's talking about. So it's like you've studied Nur Anwar, you understand what's happening, and then you'll understand. Okay, yeah, I understand what he intends here. Yeah, definitely. So you're studying Nur Anwar, so you'd benefit. You can like read it. You'd be able to decipher it, understand it. Wa alaikum assalam. Ahla wa sahlan, Sophia. Ahla wa sahlan. Welcome, mashallah. Anwar, jazakumullah khair to you as well. Alhamdulillah. Ya Allah. Sheikh recommends some classic texts on Hanafi usul fiqh and Hanafi fiqh in general to have a robust understanding of Hanafi madhab. I think more than, I don't know how much, Zaidan, I don't know, have you studied much Hanafi fiqh? More than studying, like reading certain books on Hanafi fiqh, I would suggest studying Hanafi fiqh from a scholar. At least study one text fully. And that way, what happens is you get the idea of, and there's lots of online on YouTube, there's lots of Arab scholars that have actually done like commentaries or explanations of Hanafi books. So you got like people like Abdul Salam Shinnar, you got Dr. Salah Abul Hajj. These two are quite well known. You got Sheikh, what's his name? Al Hindi, they call him Al Hindi, something Al Hindi, I forgot his first name. You got him, and they got a few other Syrian. The majority of Jordanian Syrians who actually go through like full texts, Ikhtiyar, they go through Hidayah, they go through Al Inaya, they go through quite a few books. So check them out. My suggestion with that. But if you want some books, I would suggest Hanafi books to really master the Hanafi madhab. You'll need to at least be familiar with at least 10 to 15 books, like very well. The Zahir Riwayah books you need to be familiar with, which is Jami al-Saghir, Jami al-Kabir, Sir al-Saghir, Sir al-Kabir, Mabsut and Ziyadat. Mabsut, Jami al-Saghir, very important, I would say. And then Karkhi's Mukhtasar Karkhi, Mukhtasar al-Tahawi, Mukhtasar al-Quduri. Then the commentary of Mukhtasar al-Tahawi is very important as well. And if you want to kind of go into the hadith aspect of it, then you've got Sharh Ma'ani Athar, Tahawis, and and then you've got Quduri's. What was that? Quduri's Quduri's book that he's written, 13-volume book. Tarjih is called Tarjih. It's called okay, so I forgot that name. Then you've got Hidayah, then you've got Sharh al-Wiqaya and Badaya Sanai, and then later on you've got Ikhtiyar, and then you've got Dur al-Hukam and Bahr al-Ra'iq, Nahr al-Fa'iq. So there's loads of books. I mean, there's not like 3 or 4 books that you just need to master the Hanafi madhab. Mastering the Hanafi madhab basically means you need to be familiar with lots of works. Assalamu alaikum, Hadiqa, ahla wa sahlan. Welcome. Are you back to school now, enjoying the school environment, school atmosphere? Very good. Thank you very much for asking. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, ahla wa sahlan, ahla wa sahlan. Hassan al-Hindi. Yeah, Hassan al-Hindi. Definitely. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah, mashallah. Saqib. Actually, we went to Saqib's today. I went to Saqib's and had some chicken and chips today. Yeah, so, and you guys all missed, those of you just come now, you all missed my hiccups. Yeah, so, chalo khair, next time I get hiccups, you can enjoy watching me go through that. Okay, last cup of tea now. Have you read the works of Anwar Shah Kashmiri? Yeah. So I've got them in the back. They're over there. I don't know if you can see where my finger is there. Right, so those are 3 of his works. There's one fourth one which is at a sofa, my desk. So these are like these, you can get this compilation of his works, 4 works, and there's some more that have been published, but these are some good ones over there. So he's got like different topics, different subjects. You're always talking about food, making me hungry, man. I know, bro. Every time I see you, you know, you want to move to Birmingham because of the food, bro. Yeah, so it's your fault. What do you do to chill? To chill? Cycling. Yeah. Reading questions on my WhatsApp and curious cat emails. No, actually, that's not my chilling time. That's my sort of like my schedule. Is that's in my day or whenever I get time to go through them. Chilling, maybe just like I don't know, just going online, maybe looking at some things to buy on Amazon. Ride on Sunday, inshallah. Sunday ride, yeah, yeah, bro. Let's do it. Sunday ride, inshallah. How comes? What's this? What's with the early one? The guys don't want to go later. 10, 11, yeah, yeah, inshallah. Yeah, that time's I'm okay with that time, inshallah. شريار اهلا وسهلا ما شاء الله ما شاء الله اهلا وسهلا مرحبا مرحبا خوش آمدید आइए क्या हाल है खैरियत से है. Yes, I'm supposed to be doing Urdu. Remember, I'm supposed to be doing Urdu videos as well. Yeah, but I need motivation, guys. I need motivation to start those. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to finish there. So I think I'm getting a bit too relaxed, feeling a bit sleepy as well. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. Check out hopefully, inshallah, this Sunday I should do another video, a cycling video. Maybe I'll show you some other places in Birmingham where we go cycling so that you guys can check out. And maybe encourage you guys. Maybe I might put it into you guys to start cycling as well regularly. And hopefully Surah Rahman this Sunday. So part 3, inshallah. So join. Make sure you join. Make sure you spread the word as well to other people. And also hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button, guys, and you're watching, hit the like button. And hopefully I will see you guys next time. Remember, Ramadan's very close. And also very, very, very short time for Maghrib as well. So dua time as well. May Allah forgive all of our sins and enter us into Jannah without any hisab and give our parents the highest ranks in this dunya and the akhirah. And also may Allah remove any hardships that we're going through in life, difficulties, problems, and any sort of like personal du'as that you guys have. May Allah accept all of them. And may Allah increase the ranks of all the people who are doing the khidmah of deen. Ameen, Ameen. Ya Allah. And Ameen to everyone's personal du'as that you all personally making to Allah. May Allah accept all those. Ya Allah. Alright, guys. Jazakumullah khair. Thank you very much. Really enjoy. I mean, probably Friday is probably one of the days that I look forward to, besides Jummah Salat, obviously. It's like you guys look forward to chatting with you guys. Yeah, on 1080p. So you guys can see the sweat. You guys can see like the sweat marks on my forehead. And actually, am I getting like those marks on my forehead, the sajda marks? Am I getting sajda marks yet? Guys, I don't think my forehead gives me sajda marks. Yeah. But I got some sweat marks though. I tell you, got some sweat marks. And actually, looking at this 1080p, I can actually see more like strange kind of marks on my face, my beard as well. You can see the kind of white hairs there. Look, if you're looking at good quality screen, then obviously you're going to see it. But if you're looking with a bad quality and the latency is slow, you won't see. Yeah, so I as you can tell, I have fixed my beard. Actually, you know what I might do? It reminds me, I might make a video of how I trim my beard. What do you guys think? Would that be something that you guys would be interested in? Seeing how I trim my beard? Yeah, maybe I'll can show you that. It's a bit of a long task trying to do that. Yeah. Anyway, Jazakumullah khair, guys. Take care, inshallah. Take care. Remember me in your du'as. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.